Welcome to Crypto Bean 101, the home of value and good information when it comes to cryptocurrency trading and investment. And this is the Bitcoin and Breakfast Show where we trade it and we do not gamble it. I'm Ahmed Eladmeji Kazim, aka KC the Great, and thanks for joining me today on this wonderful packed episode of the Bitcoin and Breakfast Show, as we're going to talk about what the news that are making waves looks like. Also, we're going to take a look at the sentiment in the market to know if the bears will continue to win the bulls. And also, we're going to check the cryptocurrency market cap. Also, we'll take a look at what the event of the day looking like before we now jump into the chart analysis for the day. So these are more what we're going to be looking at on the show. And please, if you've not subscribed to my channel, you might want to support me. Subscribe, like, and share. And do not forget to turn on your notification bell so you can get all the juicy content that I'm dropping on this great show. All right, without wasting our time, let's dive into the business of the day. And if we look at the news, you'll see that we saw Bitcoin briefly tanks to 80,000 US dollars, leaving over 600 million liquidation, 600 million US dollars in liquidation, and that is huge. And we were expecting the crypto summit that was held by the president of the United States to yield a lot of positive news. But if you watch it like I did on Friday night, it was just like a meeting where they just reread what happened in the cryptocurrency executive Bitcoin reserve executive order that was signed earlier last week. So I feel like nothing really matters against that, but we don't know how the New York will react to that. So we'll wait until New York exchange opens to see how they're going to react to that. But we can see what has been happening since yesterday. It's been tanking, and now it has tanked to 80,000 US dollars and over 600 million in liquidation. And also, if you look at it now, this morning when the Japan bond yields came out, it surges to 17-year highs, and now Bitcoin traders now target 70,000 US dollars because they believe this Japan that has gained yields to the 17-year high might affect the dollar and will make BTC to start continue tanking, and probably we're going to see that. And if you look at the screen right now, a surge in Japanese bond yields coupled with geopolitical and economic uncertainties is fueling concerns among traders that BTC could face a significant correction. So we know we've seen 78,000 before, but we saw about 80K to 79,900 over the weekend. Maybe we're still going to tank more. We're going to discuss that on the chart analysis shortly. All right, more news on Bitcoin. Now, the Bitcoin waves are now rapidly buying back, and about 5,000 BTC added in March. Bitcoin whales are beginning to buy back BTC they sold during the recent bloodbath. And I told you last week, the moment you see extreme greed, that is when you should start accumulating some BTC, because whales will start coming back and be buying some BTC back from people that are getting scared or that are fair and selling the BTC. So over 5,000 was added in March. Now let's take a look at altcoins. If you look at altcoins and meme coins, they've also been affected. You can see DOGE, ADA, XRP tanks 10% as market sentiment in their flashes extreme fear forced to nearly 17-month low. And we're still going to take a look at that at the present sentiment shortly. If you read with me, you'll see that traders are now in a wait and watch mode as they approach the coming months, mainly eyeing macroeconomic data and decisions for cues on further positioning on all these assets. More news regarding altcoin, and this is regarding ETH. You can now see that Ethereum 20% plunge signals end of 3-year bull run. I told you before, ETH is not been doing great this bull cycle, but we don't know if the bull run is over or we still have opportunity uh, to see ETH doing well. You can now see Ether's price now traded below a trend line that starts from the low register after the crash of Terra in 2022. Now, more news regarding altcoin. This is coming from Cardona. Cardona ADA drops 59% in volume as market uncertainty persists. Cardona ADA poised for fourth day of drop amid ongoing market sell off. We all know Cardona gained so much 2 weeks ago when Donald Trump announced strategic reserve, including Cardona, on a Sunday, and all the gain were wiped out, and it has dropped almost the same amount back. Let's talk about meme coin. This one is Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu to the moon. But under this crucial condition, Bitcoin advocate weighs in. We can see that a lot of people have been believing Shiba Inu is going to do well this bull run when the altcoin season kicks off. And you can see Shiba Inu has huge potential, but Shibarium could be the key to its future, why the analysts claim. So that's that regarding the news on all these projects. Now let's dive into some important news when it comes to regulation. And if you look at this right now, you find out that USDC gains ground on Binance as regulatory changes challenge Tether's dominance. And look at here also, you see that lawmakers approve legislation with blockchain-friendly provision, remove crypto investment provision. Utah lawmaker approved legislation amid Utah lawmakers approved legislation aimed at providing regulatory clarity but remove a provision allowing the state to invest public funds directly into crypto. The BHB 230 passed after amendments still includes blockchain-friendly provisions and prohibit restriction on digital assets. So we can see there's still a lot of concerns to take a look at if you look at all these things, because they are passing regulation or things that will make the crypto do well, but they are not putting money in the crypto. They are not ready to invest the taxpayer money in the space. So they are indirectly, I would just say this is like other news we've been reading, that indirectly they approve the blockchain but they are not investing in it. And if they don't come to invest more in BTC or crypto, so now what's the essence? But we're going to see how that changes in the future. We all know the crypto summit, the United States president says they are not selling the Bitcoin, but they are not going to use the taxpayer money to buy more BTC. So to me, it's not that bullish enough. You are not selling, that one is in the market already. What we want to hear is, are you buying more or not? But they did not give us any strategic plan if they are going to acquire more BTC or not. And that is the reason why BTC continues to tank. Now, more about blockchain, and this is still coming from US. You can now see that US Department of Housing considers crypto and blockchain usage, and that is coming from ProPublica. Now, more news from another country, and this one is coming from El Salvador. El Salvador had a deal with IMF, and I think they said they should stop buying or stockpiling BTC. But if you notice what happened last week, Bukele, which is the president of El Salvador, came out to say he will continue to buy BTC. And now El Salvador continues accumulating Bitcoin and now holds about 6,111 Bitcoin despite IMF pressure. So that's still good news from El Salvador. More news from another country, and this one is coming from Spain, and you can see that Spain bank BBVA gets green light to offer BTC and ETH trading. And if you read with me, BBVA had been working on allowing crypto trading services since 2020. More news from countries, and you can see this one is coming from South Korea. South Korea considers adding Bitcoin to reserves, develop a one-backed stable coin. And if you look at it, as South Korean financial experts and opposition politicians discuss integrating Bitcoin into national reserve and creating a one-backed stable coin at a recent forum. The event analyzed response to US plans for a Bitcoin strategic reserve and will cause for clear policies in South Korea. So I think that's great news coming from South Korea as well, and we're going to see how that goes. Now let's take one more news, and this is still from country, and this is coming from Singapore. And Singapore exchange plans to launch Bitcoin perpetual futures in 2025, and that is great news. SGX targets institutional investors with a regulated alternative to crypto derivatives. So Singapore exchange plans to launch Bitcoin perpetual futures in 2025. So that is great news. All right, that's what I have for you on the news that are making waves on the radar this morning. Now let's check what the event of the day looks like. It's Monday. Normally the event of the day doesn't really get busy like that, and if you look at the screen, nothing really important is coming out of the event of the day. We just have all these news, but they are not really that important. That is why they are here. So we're not going to waste our time on this. Nothing is really happening today. Let's dive straight into the market cap. And if you look at the market cap right now, cryptocurrency market cap is still back below 3 trillion US dollars. Is now sitting at 2.8 trillion US dollars, and about 132 billion has been traded in the last 24 hours. And if you look at the trending, Pi network is part of it, and the top gainers right there. Now let's take a look at top 20 cryptocurrency on the market. Of course, Bitcoin remains number one. Number two is Ethereum. Number three is Theta, and Bitcoin and Ethereum has been down more than 10% in the last 7 days. XRP more than 15% in the last 7 days, with XRP sitting at number 4, BNB at number 5, Solana at number 6 with 20% down in the last 7 days, USDC at number 7, Cardano at number 8 with 22% down in the last 7 days. If you look at number 9 is Dogecoin with 20% down in the last 7 days and 5.8% down in the last 24 hours. Tron Coin 2% down in the last 7 days, and Lido Stake about 10% down in the last 7 days as well. If you look at BTC is 10% down in the last 7 days. Pi network is 15% down in the last 7 days, sitting at number 13. And number 14 is Leo token. Number 15 is Chainlink, which has been down with 12.9% in the last 7 days. Edera HBAR is down also with 15.5% in the last 7 days, sitting at number 16. And number 17 is RAP ETH, which has been down with 10% in the last 7 days, more than 10%. USDS is now at number 18, and Stellar is at number 19 with 7.9% down in the last 7 days. Avalanche is really facing it. Avalanche is sitting at number 20 and has been down with 20.7% in the last 7 days and more than 6% in the last 24 hours. Sui has now been kicked out of top 20. Shiba Inu as well, Litecoin, Toncoin, and the likes are now below top 20. If you're interested in knowing top 100 or top 1000 cryptocurrency on the radar, on the market, you might want to check out coingecko.com to get that information. So that's that on the cryptocurrency market cap. Let's now dive into what the chart is looking like. But before we do that, please, if you've not subscribed to the channel, you might want to do that right now. Please subscribe, like, and share, and do not forget to turn on your notification bell so you can get all this juicy content that I'm dropping for you every day. Also, for more news immediately out of the market, you might want to follow me on X to get immediate news that is dropping out of the space. Also, you might want to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and on TikTok to get more nuggets that I have for you on the platform. So please and please support the channel. Let's grow the channel together because it's all about value in education on this platform. Remember, it is not financial advice, it's only for educational purpose and entertainment only. Make sure you do your own research before you invest in any cryptocurrency, and always trade with the money you can afford to lose. All right, let's dive into the chart analysis to see what the chart is looking like. If you look at the chart right now, BTC is still trading at 82,492. Is it a buy right now? No, I'm going to say Bitcoin is not a buy, because if you look at all the gains we had previously, all of them was wiped out beginning of last week, and we saw recovery back to around this point, but all the gains also wiped out again. So if you're sports traders or investors, you see that it's just been almost the same space, not really much gain. But if you're a future trader, margin trader, option trader, and all of that, it's very risky, but you could be taking advantage of the up and down. And if you want to know how to do that, you might want to join my Discord channel or my Telegram channel. The links are down in the description. But for spot traders and investors, please stay away from the market. It has hit the stop loss again, and now we need to wait if we're going to see another signal or another entry later, probably tomorrow. Let's take a look at what ETH is looking like, because BTC is not a buy right now. Let's take a look at ETH. ETH also is not a buy right now. Please stay away from ETH. Let's take a look at SUI. If you look at SUI, SUI also is not a buy right now. Please stay away from SUI. Let's take a look at XRP. XRP also has kicked us out from that spot. It's not a buy right now. Let's take a look at Avalanche. Avalanche also is not a buy right now. Let's take a look at AAVE. If you look at AAVE, AAVE also is not a buy right now. Please stay away from it. Let's take a look at Solana. Solana also is not a buy right now. Let's take a look at ADA. ADA was a buy, and I told you we should move the stop loss up there, and you can see it has now hit the stop loss, so we need to leave the market and wait for another entry. So ADA 2 is not a buy right now. Let's take a look at Toncoin. Toncoin is not a buy right now as well. So that's that on Bitcoin and altcoins. Let's now check what the meme coins are looking like. And if you look at the meme coin, of course, we're going to start with Dogecoin. Dogecoin also is not a buy. Please stay away from it. Let's take a look at Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu also is not a buy. Remember, these are for investors and sports traders, not for futures traders, margin options, and all of that. For those ones, you might want to join my Discord channel and my Telegram channel. The links are down in the description. Let's continue. Pepe, excuse me. Pepe also is not a buy. Please stay away from the market. Let's take a look at Ondo. Ondo 2 is not a buy. Please stay away from the market. Let's take a look at X. X also is not a buy. Please stay away from X. Let's take a look at Nero. Nero 2 is not a buy. Please stay away from Nero. Let's take a look at Dogs. If you look at Dogs, Dogs also is not a buy. Please stay away from me. Let's take a look at, Notcoin was not a buy. This is Nero. Nero is still a buy, but it has kicked us out from the stop loss, so we can just leave Nero out of it too. Stay away from it. Let's take a look at Deep. Deep also the same thing. Please stay away from it. Let's take a look at Popcard. Popcard the same thing. It looks like all of them are not a buy. Let's take a look at Trump Official. Trump official also has been tanking, not a buy. Let's take a look at Millennial Coin. Millennial Coin 2 is not a buy. So please and please, you can see that the most of both Bitcoin, altcoins, and meme coins, none of them are even looking good to buy as an investor or sports trader. But if you're future trading, margin trading, and all of that, you might want to, take advantage of the up and down. And but it's risky. You need to have vast knowledge before you can do that. So if you don't have vast knowledge, please stick to spot trading and investing, where you go in and you wait for some time, then you cash out. But if you're interested in knowing future trading, margin trading, options trading, and all of that, you might want to join my Telegram and Discord. The links are down in the description. And remember, this is not financial advice, it's just for educational purpose and entertainment only. All right, that's that on what the chart is looking like. BTC is still trading at 82,459, not still a buy for investors and spot traders. But for other leverage trading, if you experience enough, you might want to join my Telegram channel, so we discuss that in that space. All right, that's that regarding chart analysis. Let's now check what the sentiment is looking like regarding the crypto market. And if you look at the sentiment last week, upper week was 10, last week was around 20 thereabout. Now we are still on extreme fear, and you can see that the last month was 44, last week was 33, yesterday was fear, and now we have extreme fear, and presently we are sitting on 20%. So that means the market is sitting on extreme fear, and that is why a lot of Bitcoin whales are now accumulating more BTC. And you can see about 5,000 BTC was added in March. All right, that's what I have for you on this great show this morning. If you've not subscribed to the channel, please don't forget to do that. Subscribe, like, and share. And do not forget to turn on your notification bell so you can always get the notification when I drop the show. Also, you can comment in the comment section to tell me what you want me to analyze. You can follow me on X as well to get more news out of the space. You can follow me on Facebook, on Instagram, and on TikTok to get all these nuggets I have for you on this great platform. All right, thanks for watching the show. I appreciate you joining me throughout the show this morning. My name still remains the same, Ahmed Oladimeji Kazim, aka KC the Great, and you're watching the Bitcoin and Breakfast Show, where we trade it and we do not gamble it. Until I catch you tomorrow on another wonderful pack episode of this great show, peace out.